Okay. So, what are some things that we can do with pumpkins?
We could cut them into faces.
You can cut them into faces?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maya, what'd you say?
You can make pumpkin pie.
Okay. So we can make pumpkin pie. I'm going to write it on here. We can make pumpkin pie. We can do faces. What else?
I don't know anything to do with pumpkins.
Tamaya, what do you think we can do with pumpkins?
We could write faces on them.
So you think we can do faces? Okay. And are all pumpkins the same size?
No.
No. How do you know?
Because some small and some medium, some like medium small.
So some are small and some are medium small.
Yeah, and some of them are big.
And some are big. Okay. When you look at these pumpkins, which one is bigger and which one is smaller? Maya, which one do you think?
This one is bigger.
Okay, so this one is bigger. And so, Amicia, what is this one?
Small.
So this one is smaller. Tamaya, do you agree this one's smaller?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do we know that? How do we know that this one is smaller than this?
Because like when I went on a field trip with all my school, I saw something. I saw one real big and some real small.
You saw some. But when we look at these two pumpkins right here, how do we know that this one is bigger and this one is smaller? Maya?
Because when I went to the pumpkin patch, I saw one big and one was small, one was medium.
Okay. So this one is definitely bigger, right? Okay. So we know that. What about if we had these two? It's a little bit harder to tell which one is bigger. How can we tell if one of them is bigger than the other? Maya, what do you think?
By putting them together and then see how tall they are.
Okay, so you think we can put them together and we can do like this? And it tells us, what about you, Amicia? What do you think? How can we tell if one is bigger or if they're the same size?
You can measure them with rulers.
Okay, so you think we can measure with rulers. But a ruler is straight, so how will we measure it with the ruler if the ruler's straight?
Because we can see which one is the highest, which one is the lowest.
Okay, I like that. So let's see, I want to measure this pumpkin, right? I want to see how big this really is, but I don't have a ruler. So how could I measure the pumpkin with some of these things that we have, with some of the tools we have? How do you think we could measure the pumpkin? Amicia, what do you think?
I think we could use this and do this to see how high it is.
Okay, that's one way we can see how tall it is, right? Maya, what do you think? How could we use this? Amicia said we could see how tall it is, like that. How do you think we could do it? Can you think of another way we could do it?
How large or big or small?
How will we do that using the string? Can you show me?
By twisting this and then go to the other pumpkins and see.
But we're looking at just this pumpkin. So how can we see how big this pumpkin is using the string?
By measuring it, how wide it is.
How wide it is? Okay. So I think that I want to do this. You think we can go around the pumpkin? You think that? Okay.
So to see how if it's fat or not.
Okay, so we want to see if it's fat or not. So I see right here they touch. So I'm going to cut this right here. Right? Now, if I want to measure how long this string is, how would I do that?
You could like count the size to see how long.
Good. You think I could count it? What would I use to count? Do you think that I could use these to count? How? Can you show me how? One.
Two.
Good. Maya, can you start putting some on this end and let's see where we come?
3. 4. Ooh. My
Here, Miss. I like how y'all are doing that. Because now this will give us a number and we'll actually know how long the ribbon is, right? Okay.
And then we gotta count all together.
That's right. We have to count them all together.
Thank you. Thank you. Because the string looks like it's real long.
It is. So that will tell us that this pumpkin is really what?
Big.
Really big. Very good.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
Oh, there we go. Okay. So now, very good. So let's count how many pom-poms we have. Let's start right here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36.
So how many is it?
36.
Okay, so I'm going to write pumpkin.
36.
I'm going to write pumpkin 1 is how many?
36.
36. 36 pom-poms. That's how long it is, okay?
Okay.
What I want you guys to do, I want you to work together to measure this pumpkin.
We need string again.
So what do we need?
This time we need to use the string one more time.
Right, we need to use a string.
We're going to use that one. We're going to use a different one.
We'll use a different string, okay? So y'all work together.
Shit, I'm going to...
So how do you think you, okay, so Maya's going to hold it. Uh-oh, remember we have to have the string, there we go. So let's see.
It looks like it's going to be good, but not too big.
So let's see. Let's see.
I think we need to cut the ribbon right
Where do you think we need to cut it?
there. Right here.
Right here?
Yes.
Okay. So let me cut it for you. Good job. Now, what do we need to do so we can figure out how many pom-poms long it is?
Count it.
Okay? So Maya,
Huh?
I'm going to hold it.
I love
You got the first one? Good. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Measure how much this one is. Not yet. It's gonna be the same size as that one. No.
Okay. You think so?
I don't. I don't need it.
Keep going.
Cut it.
Not on this end. Remember, we're going on that end because this end is already done.
Where's more?
Okay.
I think that's gonna be
I think that's good. Okay. So now, let's see. Okay. Now, let's count these.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
So how many pom-poms?
24!
Okay. So pumpkin 2 is how many?
24! 24.
So out of these two, which pumpkin is bigger? Pumpkin 1, the 36. So we know that this pumpkin is bigger than this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So now what I want you guys to do is the same thing, okay? I have a paper for you. Maya, I want you're only going to measure 2 animals. Now this one already has the line on it, okay? So I want you to measure just like we did. I want you to find your animal on here and write how many pom-poms, okay?
I don't know.
I'll show you. And the same thing, you have 2 different ones. Okay, I want you to help Amicia, okay? So now, do the same thing that we just did. You're going to pretend like this is your string, okay? Your ribbon.
Okay.
So, put yours till you get down there and tell me how many you have. So start with the B first.
Okay.
Okay. So how many pom-poms long was yours?
4.
Okay, so write your 4 in there. Good. Now how long was yours? How many? 8. Okay. So write 8 right here by the B. Number 8. Okay, Maya, go to the next one. Good. Okay, now measure this one for me.
Okay. Use these.
You can use those.
7.
7. Okay, good. Write that by yours. Good.
No, wrong way.
Keep going. Keep going, because remember you got to go to the end of the line. Very good. Now, count those. How many is that? How many? 6. Okay, so by that little animal right here, write a 6.
I like 6.
A 6 is like this. Okay, so at the bottom of your page, it says which one is the longest and which one was the shortest. So look at the two numbers you have. Out of 8 and 6, which one was the longest? The 8. Very good. So you can put B. B-E-E. Maya, on yours, look at your two numbers you have. Which one was the longest? Which number? Point to the number.
7.
The 7. Okay, so for your longest, you could just put 7. Okay, and which one was the shortest? This one? So we'll just put, just put the number. You can just put the number. So the one that was the shortest was the 6, right?
Yes.
And which one was your longest? Was your 7? Very good. Go ahead and write your 6 right there.
Now take off these.
You can take those
Write
off.
the 6? No, Mama B.
Because your B was the longest. And this little worm was the shortest, right? For Maya's, her butterfly was the what?
Shortest.
The shortest. Good. And your dragonfly was the longest. Very good. Okay, so do you see now how we can measure things? And it gives us a little bit more detail. So what I want you to do when you go home, I want you to measure 3 things at your house. And you're going to tell me which one was the longest and which one was the shortest. Got it?
Which one is the mediumest? Because you said
3. Yes, that's good. So there's going to be one that's in the middle.
But we don't have nothing to measure it with.
That's what I'm going to send you home with some of these, okay? All right, good job.